Okay, I have to be honest. When I saw the topic for today's deep dive, I had to double check.
I can imagine.
We usually do these huge, complex systems, but today we are looking at a wire, specifically the NTI E-2WO-300.
It does sound a little mundane, I know, but consider this. It's a 300-foot run of cable, and it has a price tag of $195.
That was the first thing that jumped out at me. That's, what, nearly 65 cents a foot?
Right.
I can go to the hardware store and get wire for pennies. So, okay, the mission for this deep dive is simple. Convince me why this gray cable is worth that.
It's a fair question, and the short answer is just reliability. This isn't for your home theater. This is industrial-grade sensor cable, and it's engineered to survive where that hardware store wire would fail in, like, a month.
All right, let's test that. I'm looking at the spec sheet here. The core construction says 22 AWG stranded tinned copper conductors.
And stranded and tinned are the two keywords there.
Okay, stranded, I think I get. That's a bundle of smaller wires instead of one solid one. I assume that's for flexibility.
Exactly. A solid wire, you bend it back and forth enough, it just snaps. Metal fatigue. Stranded wire handles vibration, movement. But tinned is where the real longevity comes from.
Tinned, as in covered in tin.
Pretty much. It's a chemistry thing. Bare copper is a great conductor, but it reacts with oxygen. It, turns green.
Right, oxidation.
And that oxidation builds up resistance, and eventually your signal fails. Tinning just means coating each tiny copper strand in a layer of tin, sealing it off from the air.
So it's like built-in rust proofing for the wire itself.
Precisely. If you're running this through a damp warehouse, you can't have the wire inside the jacket just corroding away over 5 years.
Speaking of the outdoors, the sheet calls this an outdoor cable. And I'm guessing that means more than just being waterproof.
Oh, much more. The biggest threat to an outdoor cable isn't actually rain, it's the sun.
Really?
Yeah. This has a sunlight-resistant gray PVC jacket, a standard indoor cord left outside. The UV radiation from the sun just breaks down the plastic, it gets brittle, chalky, and then it cracks open.
You expose the wires.
Exactly. This jacket is formulated to prevent that.
It's not just the light, though. I saw the temperature rating. It's listed from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 221 Fahrenheit.
Which is -20 to 105 degrees Celsius.
105 Celsius. That's technically hotter than boiling water.
And that tells you who this is for. This isn't for a server room. I mean, it could be, but it's really for boiler rooms, manufacturing floors, unconditioned spaces.
So we have a cable that won't corrode, won't crack in the sun, and won't melt. But what is it actually connecting?
NTI designed it specifically to connect dry contact sensors to their monitoring systems.
Dry contact. That's one of those terms you hear a lot. What does it mean?
It's just a simple switch. It's not sending complex data. It's just telling the system if a circuit is open or closed. Is the door open? Is the floor wet? Simple things like that.
All this incredible engineering just to tell us if a switch is on or off.
Well, think of it this way. The NTI monitor is the brain, and the little sensor is the nerve ending, this cable. This is the nervous system connecting them.
Okay, I see.
If you're protecting $1 million facility, you can't have the brain miss a critical alert just because the nerve corroded or cracked. The price is about ensuring the signal gets there.
That does put the price in perspective. You're paying for certainty.
Exactly. And that's also why you see approvals like RoHS and UL listed. You often can't legally run cable in a commercial building if it isn't UL rated for fire safety.
So it's a piece of precision engineering, just disguised as 300 feet of plain gray wire.
It's built to be installed and then completely ignored. And for infrastructure, that's probably the highest compliment you can pay it.
Which, leaves us with a pretty interesting thought. We obsess over the high-tech sensors and the smart monitoring computers, but how often do we stop and think that the entire system is only as reliable as the humble cable connecting it all together?
If that cable breaks, the smartest computer in the world is completely deaf and blind.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.